The chief political anchor for Fox News. The book is titled Special Heart, A Journey of Faith, Hope, Courage, and Love. Bret Baier and his family have shared this very intimate love story. And Bret, your first son, Paulie, appeared fine. You and Amy looked like pregnancy good. And then you hear within 24 hours that your son has to have heart surgery. How did you handle that?
Yeah, good morning. It was a shock. I mean, he was born, and we were given a clean bill of health. We had that blissful 24 hours in a hospital room that I know parents are familiar with, that meeting the new addition. A nurse noticed he started turning pale, and they did some tests. They didn't know what it was. They called in a cardiologist, and it turned out he had 5 serious congenital heart defects and had to have a really complex surgery within days or he would die. And that moment, you go from the highest of highs to the lowest of lows, and it was devastating. And I chronicled this journey. That surgery, the first surgery, the surgeon reworked the way his heart worked. A little heart the size of a walnut. It essentially was pumping the wrong way. He retooled it, moving around arteries the size of angel hair pasta, and he's had 3 open heart surgeries and 7 angioplasties. And the good story is, he's doing fantastic.
Wow.
I just left him; he's bouncing off the wall.
Well, I saw him when you had the O'Reilly segment last night. I mean, he looks fantastic. But what I guess it's character builder or something for not only Paulie but all of you to know that you've got to put your hands in other people's. I mean, your life's by a thread here.
Yeah. The reason I wrote the book is hopefully it's an inspiration to people going through tough times, no matter what it is, whether it's parents with a kid who's a medical condition or whatever the challenge is. This is how we got through our something. And it was tough. It was dark. We got to a bad place where we thought he was going to die. For us, it was leaning on family and friends. For us, it was the power of prayer that meant a lot to us, and also always thinking about what it was going to be like. At the end of every day, we gave each other a high five and said, we're one day closer to getting them home.
I mean, you looked at Amy and you just had to say, what just happened here? What just happened? What just happened?
A nuclear bomb went off.
Yeah,
I mean, everything was in slow-mo.
Yeah. And again, prayer really sustains you.
It did. I mean, listen, everybody has a different thing. For us, the fact that people were praying for us lifted us up, and then we prayed. I mean, really quickly, I'll tell you this real quick story. We were in the hospital, and there are a lot of families dealing with tough things. We met a family, their child's named Maggie. She had been through 9 surgeries in 9 months. The family was tremendously optimistic, really wonderful. We went to the chapel together. We hung out in the trenches there in the waiting room together. The day of Paul's surgery, the night before, Maggie passed away. She died, and the family wasn't there in the morning. Paul went into his 8-hour surgery, and we were in the cardiac intensive care unit. The nurse comes over and says, you have a phone call, and it's Maggie's mom calling to check if Paul was okay. Yeah. She had just lost her daughter the night before, and the power and the strength and the grace to be able to do that, transcends a lot of things.
As you chronicled this, Bret Baier, was it therapy for you?
Yeah, of course. It was cathartic. It brought us back to some bad places, but you know what? The whole thing gives us perspective. I think it makes me a better dad, a better husband. I think it makes me a better anchor, because when the stuff is happening on Capitol Hill on both sides of the aisle, something bigger is out there that families have to deal with. The
book is called Special Heart, A Journey of Faith, Hope, Courage, and Love. It's out today. Congratulations. It looks terrific.
Yeah, we're going to donate 100% of the money we receive from the book to various nonprofit pediatric heart disease research and treatment, every dollar.
Well, Bret, you appear to be a great guy. I think people are going to realize that you are a great guy. Before I let you go, though, 3 things.
Yeah.
Number 1.
I believe so.
Did you also change attacks to demonstrations in the talking points?
Maybe. I don't really remember.
You don't remember?
Dude, this was like 2 years ago. We're still talking about the most mundane
it is the thing
process.
that everybody is talking about.
Dude, it was the thing everybody was talking about. Tommy Vietor, he's working for Hillary now?
He is.
Brett, that was one of the best comebacks and one of the best. It's a classic. It's a YouTube classic now.
When he said dude, I was thrown. I had to redude his dude.
Yeah. All right. Bret Baier, Fox News anchor, number 2. Was any alcohol involved in this? It's Bret Baier doing Rapper's Delight, Sugar Hill Gang, which I don't know whether... I'm shocked at how good you are.
It's a true story. Here's what happened. I was at the Bob Hope, and they were having a talent show for all the talent. They had great talent there, and they said, what can you do? And I said, I can't do anything. I'm a news anchor. They said, what can you do? And I said, I don't know. I remember a rap from high school. They said, you're on third. So, yes, there were a couple of glasses of wine in that.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, you could do it. It was actually quite good, Bret Baier doing Rapper's Delight. And finally, how fast would the game go if Charles Krautheimer was on my Trivial Pursuit team?
So fast. If you had Krauthammer and George Will,
oh, man.
Done.
Hey, George Will's from Urbana, which is where we are.
Oh, yeah, Champaign.
And George is really, really smart, but I tell you what, when Charles speaks, I turn it up.
Well, it's verbal op-eds. I mean, he literally speaks in verbal op-eds, and he's a great guy to boot. I mean, he is really wonderful.
Listen, Brett, I think, and I'm not talking cable news here, I think you have the best news hour on television, and I frankly think you're the best anchor on television. I really do right now. I think it's you.
Oh, well, thank you. That's nice of you to say.
I mean it. I mean, the guy that passed through Rockford, Illinois is now Fox News the man.
That's it. All those journeys are in that book, too.
Hey, listen, God bless you. Special Heart Out today, a journey of faith, hope, courage, and love. The best of your family. I really appreciate the minutes. I'm a big fan.
Hey, it was a lot of fun.
Thank you. Bret Baier, Fox News anchor, on his new book out today, Special Heart, a journey of faith, hope, courage, and love, available everywhere.